Hello, good morning everyone, how are you all doing? Welcome along to Schwesing Bahnhof. I've still got my torch turned on my phone. I've just been taking the dog outside. There we go, just picked that up and I was like, what is there a light shining? Yes, welcome along to Schwesing Bahnhof, one of the multiplayer servers. This is the multi-farm one, which is becoming very, shall I say, restricted. Look at the land. If we go to, I like looking at this. Look at the farmland. There's hardly anything. A little bit of land really down through here. There's not a huge amount around there that hasn't been purchased by all the farms. Look at all the farms we've got. Ignore the council farm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 farms rocking around on here still. So it's been very good, very cool fun. But we're up here in this area on the homestead farm, which is Hanson's farm. He's been wrangling and looking after this one. And we've got all this barley through here to harvest. So got things set up and we're going to jump into it. I haven't done any windrowing for a long time, so I might jump into MacDon and take care of that. And see how we go. Anyhow, good morning everyone. Welcome along. Hope you've all had a good weekend. Now this should all have been set up. 12.2, show 2 headlands. Do that. There we go. Should be us all good to go. So yeah, I literally have not done this much at all. Just turn things on and off. There we go. Right. Let's see how we go. So we've got we've got a few fields to do. And then classic German way of harvesting, swathing to maximise your yield. Anyhow, how you doing? Good morning, Joran. Good to see my friends. Mike, how you doing? Welcome along. Hello, Martins. Great to see you. Farmsim Freak. Good to see you, my friend. Welcome along. Perfect weekend. It's a study vacation. Nice. 3 weeks, no office. Excellent. Is that 3 weeks hanging around home and no office, or are you travelling, going somewhere? Enjoy, mate. How was the concert the other night? What one were you off to? It was Iron Maiden the other night, wasn't it? How was that? Alright, so yeah, we're just going to jump in and do this. See how far we can get through. We should be able to. The swathing's pretty fast. But all the straws going into storage is getting picked up and put into silos. The barley, I'm guessing, is going into storage until there's a bit of price for it. Money's not an object, 600,000 sitting here in the account, so something to do, but it's always nice when you look across a field, see the golden crop for miles, isn't it? Off to Austria on Wednesday. Lovely, lovely. 70 plus and rocking like never before. Always blows my mind that those guys just keep going, right? Even for me, getting along and seeing, Pearl Jam and even Foo Fighters to some degree last year. I mean, those guys aren't quite as old, but still, the amount of time they've been doing it and the passion they still have for it's just incredible. Mini Me had a great old time. Nice one. Isn't it great when you can share your passion with your kids? And they get it as well. Very cool. I think a Tate snuck in here. Very nice. Very nice indeed. Now I got all freshly inspired this week after watching FSG's stream on Saxlingham. from Briscoe, which is coming out in what 5 days for PC. After they're watching the video of that, and then got all inspired back with my map. So it was pretty cool seeing that. He's done an amazing job. Map just looks gorgeous. I was feeling what's the word for it? Almost overwhelmed by how much there was to do. Why's my audio just dropped? My game audio has just died completely. Huh. What on earth's happened there? It just disappeared. I haven't even unmuted it for you guys, so you wouldn't have heard it, but my game audio just died. Bit strange. I can't even, actually I don't have any audio. Are you guys, can you hear me in Discord? All my audio's gone, because I can see the guys in Discord talking. What on earth? It's a high-pitched beep as well. That's on the game audio. There we go, has that beep gone now? Mike? You guys can hear me, now it's gone, so I've just muted the game audio. What on earth happened there? That's strange. What's my output do I set to? Set to the right thing there. Okay. That's correct. Okay, that's bizarre. I wonder if it's a game related thing. It can't be because I can't hear anyone in Discord now. Let's just quickly do something here. No audio on that either. What on earth? I'm confused now, Chad, because my game audio is just, every audio in my computer has just completely disappeared. It was going fine, and then there was just a little bit of a pop, and things have stopped. No, unplug those, plug those back in. Short of restarting, I don't know what to do. Should we, I don't know what it's going to do to the stream. It's really going to break everything if I do that. Bear with me, folks. I am going to reboot my PC real quick. See if that will fix things. I'll be back. That sounds like a famous few lines, doesn't it? Right, that's frustrating. Right, bear with me. Let's do a quick reboot. Oh, it's back. I can hear them in Discord. I exited the... Oh, that is bizarre. Yeah, I can hear you guys now. I've logged out of the server. That is so bizarre. I logged out of the server and now I can hear them. And I've got the game sound, so you guys will be able to hear. You can hear the sound. So I'm... How bizarre is this? So clicking through here, you get the little clicks each time I click on them. Right. Oh, let's see what happens. The multiplayer server somehow stole everything. It's so strange. Right, hello Chinook, good morning mate, good to see you. Chad, nice to have you here, welcome along buddy. Yoran is talking to Chinook. Oh, there you go. Hey Craig. Good morning to you mate, welcome along. I did see Bruce as well. Hello Bruce, how you doing? UK map looks really beautiful, especially with it only being a normal size. Oh, I know, right? I know. It's incredible. Ain't technology fun? Technology's fun when it does something like that for no reason. It's just so bizarre. So bizarre. Right. Good thing that some of the field opened up, so it doesn't matter too much. We should be able to get back in and carry on doing what we were doing. That was strange though. Coincided with someone, was it when Tate joined the server as well? That's weird. Very weird. Anyhow, how's everyone's weekend going? It has been an absolutely stunning last week, really. Absolutely stunning week here. We've had bluebird days pretty much every day. It's been no wind. It's just been one of those weeks you get in the middle of winter. Icy in the morning. We've had a spot out the back, right by our front door actually, which is concrete, which doesn't get a huge amount of light or direct sunlight on it, and it's actually been quite icy. One of the boys managed to slide off his bike yesterday riding around on it, and then proceeded to take each other out when we went for a bike ride later in the day. Gremlins, yeah, Gremlins, Chad. This is a long sync too. It took me a while to get in to start with. Come on. Alright. Cancel this is stuck. Let's restart. We'll restart the game. It's just annoying when it was all working perfectly last time I streamed, and just nothing, like, PCs are annoying. No idea why. No idea why. Right. If this doesn't work, we might have to go try a different. Go and do something in Eteria or somewhere like that. Right. Let's see if we can log in this time. Right. There we go. We're already past 40%, so let's see. That might be us a little bit better. All right. Fingers crossed. Indeed, Mike. Fingers crossed. Is that where you were going? ZLMC. Is that somewhere in Austria, or is it, Aaron? Lovely. I haven't heard of that place. Hopefully it's not a typo. Autocorrect coming in there. Right. Tell you what, starting to feel like days of old with mod releases at the moment. Wake up every morning and there's a collection of new mods on ModHub, which is kind of cool. I haven't even looked to see what the mod testing time is at the moment, what their expected testing time is, but it's definitely it feels like there's a flow getting into things. Nice. Right. Come on. South of Salzburg in the middle of the mountains near a nice lake. Zella. Okay. Nice. Nice. Come on, come on. Come on, come on. Come on, come on. It takes a while to log in. The famous general aviation airfield for gliding and other aircraft in ZLMC. Is that right, Chinook? Here you go. You go plane watching, Yoren. Right. Back. We're back. Literally, Tate must have just jumped into the windrow. It's alright. It's alright, Tate. It's alright. Right, here we are. We've got game sound. I reckon there's something with the frames in this map that at the field exit, because I was looking at that at the start as well. Felt very very laggy. Thanks, Tate. Right. Here we go. Let's see. We've got game sound. It's good. I can hear the guys in Discord, which I don't know if that's good or not. Ooh. Everything's still loading in. All the crops and things still to appear, but they'll get there. And that'll affect the frames just as those things start to pop in. Right. Let's see if we can carry on now. So far, so good. How are you, Randy? You good, mate? Nice to see you. Thanks again for coming and lending a hand in Ray County a couple of weeks ago. It's much appreciated. I don't know if you can remember in Spectacle Island when I did a similar thing with having AI helpers named after subscribers and people in the community. I had an honours board on the side of the shed, so I'm going to get something like that made up again. Interestingly enough, there was a mod release this week which was like a published farm signs, something which was like fixing on the side of sheds. That'll be perfect. I'll download that, thank you very much, and doctor that up, and it'll go on the wall in the shed. There we go. Right, done. Let's go now. There's a ditch down there, so we can't actually squeeze. Oh, goodness, I might have to. Go have a look. Right, there's a little bit of a ditch down here. And we jump across the end here. Let's be good. Facing the wrong way. I know. Actually, this is going to be interesting because I haven't actually used these for towing. Telling the headers, I can't even remember how to do it. I just have to go here or I have to hold this to change direction or something, don't I? And button changes and drive direction shift B. Right, yeah. Easy as. Easy as. Haha. It was nice. It's good to surprise people. I'm trying to obviously prioritize those channel members and just looking at not just wanting to use those who've done it a lot. Now, straight into here. And no chat. Bruce, what do you mean? As in voice chat with others? No, I can't trust them. Not the language that comes out of their mouths. Right. Right. Let's go down this way. Look at those frame rates. Ugh. Here we go. Right, to look here. Ourselves reconnected. Hanson's here already. Waiting. Right, there we go. Get that folded up. Let's go again. Mary mother of frame rates. Oh, goodness. Holy heck, is that actually 8, 9, 10? Alright. That's it's struggling, isn't it? Yeah, it feels like a PowerPoint. Bumps in by a PowerPoint. It's stop motion. Right. Look here. Here we go. We're going. We're moving again. There we go. Morning, Ian. How are you, mate? Good to see you. It's... Oh. Quality content right here. Tell you what, might make this our last visit to the server if it's going to be like this. I think it's just the combination of lots of farms, lots of equipment, or maybe an under-optimized map. Could even be that I didn't restart my PC this morning. Who knows? I need to do what Thumbs and Bob's doing and build a new PC. How are you, buddy? Yeah, I'm getting closer and closer to considering either a new PC build or a new graphics card or something like that. I'll have to give it some thought at some stage. Right. So we've got the tractor in there ready to mulch. Pretty much all the straw's already picked up and out of there. Like that. And we're into this one. Don't know why it keeps on dropping the AD, the auto drive steering assist. Alright, let's not end up in these ditches. Okay. Like the community interaction with the unpaid assistant. Thanks, Mike. Much appreciated. You're looking into a new system as well after 10 years. Nice. You'll love it. What way? Actually, that's a good question. What did you go for, Bob? Let's give us a rundown of what sort of what processor and graphics card at the minimum did you go for? Nerves are finally coming down after FSU's driving in Austria. What CPU are you running? Me? I've got an i7. Oh, which one is it? 1020? In a sec. i7 1070F. Oh. Nice. We could potentially have done all those fields together, but the steering assist doesn't like that, so yeah. After talking to FSG about the improvements he's had since going to his 5070, kind of been eyeing those up, sussing them out and getting something with more virtual RAM in the graphics card. Seems to be the biggest issue with FarmSim at the moment. Being, I think, 8 gigabytes of virtual RAM in your graphics card is not enough. So then, of course, the question starts: do you just upgrade the graphics card in your PC, or do you build a new PC from scratch? Considering the graphics card's probably the biggest component. Who knows? Right. After 10 years, it would 100% be everything. Definitely. Definitely. I think I'm up to, I think I've got 32 gig Chinook. Be sure yeah, I've got 32 gig. I've been looking and I've been reading a lot about comparing the Ryzen graphics cards compared to the NVIDIA ones. Been doing a lot. It was, I can't remember what was I reading about them. But yeah, they sound like they're pretty good. So you went for the Ryzen. Well, the graphics card took a lot of contemplation between 5070 because only having 12 gigabytes of RAM, or 97 was 16. It all comes down to your time, obviously what you can afford to, and then how long it's going to last. Like, I can't see me playing a lot of games that I need a super duper graphics card for, but obviously with doing the FarmSim stuff, I kind of want something that works really well on this. So 12 gig should be good for your needs. Yeah, and that's the thing, FarmSim, like, let's be honest, considering what you're doing in this game and the graphics on it, you shouldn't need the 16 gig. 12 gigs plenty. Oops. No, I have to back up to make sure I get it all and then I miss the next bit. 8 gig should be plenty, really, considering the way the game runs, but who knows, right? Okay, we're going to run down to the corner and we'll start on an edge now. Just to tidy this up. $45 yen. Thanks, mate. It's been a privilege and an honour to have you as part of the community for as long as you have been here. I appreciate it. Appreciate the support. Hey Tam, how you doing, mate? How you doing? Good to see you. AMD's cheaper than... Yeah, I've noticed that, and definitely a price advantage. The thing that gets me is you get all these different, like, you can get a 5070, but a 5070 can vary from New Zealand dollars, I think it's like $900 up to about $1,100. There's just these little nuances between them about what's different. So that's the other thing that's such a surprise. Hey Scooter, how you doing? Doing good, Tam, doing good. Much better than this time last week, that's for sure. Yeah, it's for sure. Yeah, 100 pounds cheaper than the 9070. Big difference, right? Big difference. Right. We shouldn't catch... Oh, we possibly could catch it. We do 1 mile an hour faster in this than the combine. So we could potentially catch it. Unlikely. Ooh. Okay, close. Steering assist's frustrating. You've got the 5080. 5050. 8 gigabyte Randy. How are you finding that? I saw the 8 and I just read 5080. Strict with 8 gig VRAM on your 4060. Like if I get the next AAA game, I'll probably, well, Project Motor Racing later in the year, of course. But the next one after that would probably be Grand Theft Auto. Although I watched the Battlefield 6 trailer they released this week. I don't know if anyone saw that. Anyone's a fan of Battlefield games. Battlefield 4 was one of, like, I put so many hours into the multiplayer on Battlefield 4. I loved it. But none of the Battlefields since then have really captured my imagination quite the same way that one did. You had a good group of half a dozen people, and it was so much fun. And I know a lot of people said Bad Company was the ultimate Battlefield. You don't want to see, Axelson, you don't want to see me playing a first-person shooter. If you want to see a different side to RxZ, put me into a first-person shooter. Broke down and sprung for a new PC after 12 years. Why not too, Randy? Why not? I think I'm, oh, it's this PC now. Any end of 2020, did I buy it? Coming out 5 years. All I've done is upgrade the RAM from 16 to 32 gig. That's all I've done on it. Waiting for RxZ Racing. Find time to do it, yeah, and that's the problem. second PC had helped that one too, though. My laptop, I tried it on my laptop. I think, I don't know whether it's the laptop or the TV actually. Trying to run WRC on the TV, playing through my rig on my laptop. It wasn't very good. Peak gameplay was Battlefield 4. Yeah, that's me as well. It'll be interesting to see if they try another BR mode in it as well. Yeah, PMR is out in November. I've actually considered pulling out Project Cars just to sort of get my eye in a little bit again with sort of that sort of sim racing. Putting that out on the console and have a play, just because I can set my PlayStation up with the rig on the TV much easier than the PC. But we'll see. Time will tell. Different company under the different yeah, right, different publisher, not publisher, developer. That will be interesting then. At this point, a GTA 6 will be coming to console before PC. That's an interesting model, right, for them. I'm down with it. I don't mind, to be honest. I think it's kind of cool that console gets a game before PC. Developer, the word you were looking for. Alright, there we are. That's our headlands done. Alright, so this field opened up. I can imagine though, Bob, if you've just bought a new PC, is missing out. That's the other consideration, is getting a PS Pro for playing GTA 6. That's exactly it. So I was talking earlier, we were talking about before my audio issues, which haven't come back. That's the strangest thing ever, is that the game stopped all my audio, like all my audio. But we were talking earlier about Saxlingham. I see FSG's just released his map tour of it as well. We'll check that out later today. But I've had a list for my map. I've had a list of things I need to do for the last couple of months. I sort of sat down and wrote a list, and I didn't have any plan on how I was going to tackle it all. It was just a whole lot of things to do and no method of how I was going to do them. It's a silly way to have done. Oh, I've done it right. And it was just this daunting list that I didn't know where to start and didn't know what to do first. So I went through the other day. So seeing Saxlingham gave me some renewed inspiration for it all, because it's just such a gorgeous looking map. And I think, you know, Etruria releasing, even I see Oxygen David's been sharing more posts about Whitcomb Park, his next map, and seeing all of that kind of renewed my inspiration. So I stepped back, looked at my list. I've broken down the next couple of months by weeks, and I've given myself a task to do each week on the map. And so sort of that's the focus. This week I'm going to focus on doing that. Get that done. Actually, Rogue County's another one that's sort of, you know, a nice map that gave me some interest. So yeah, let's see if that works. Let's see if that helps. When will we see the next version of the map, Hanson? I don't know. No. Hey, Kikarino, good morning, mate. Great to see you. How you doing? That certainly helped me sort of think about what I need to do, Mrs. Prof. Certainly been a big advantage on that side. And maybe actually helped redirect where the priorities are too. So I've kind of tried to do it, not necessarily most important to least important, but definitely tried to keep it in things that I think I can get done in a week. Hey, Solo Guy Modding, how you doing? Been a while since I've seen your name in a stream, how are you? Hard to balance time between making content and map making in your spare time. 100% it is. 100% Bob. That's why I haven't been making as much content as well. I've been trying to sort of focus on things. I missed my Ray County episode this week because I wasn't feeling too good at the beginning of last week, and so the main thing is not, for me, is I'm not going to rush things out just for the sake of having a video. That's what I'm trying not to do anyhow. Oh, that was a tight too. Look at that. There we go. There's an interesting video actually. Guys summarised basically a lot of the news from the YouTube Creator Insider videos they put out about how YouTube viewing habits are changing and how YouTube adjusts the algorithm based on viewing habits. So that started to, like, YouTube had noticed that people were watching YouTube. I think TV is now the biggest platform for people using YouTube, to streaming TVs instead of mobile devices or PCs. People are using YouTube on a TV as their main sort of content. So the algorithm adjusts to therefore promote more people who are making content that would be suitable on TV. So 4K, for example, to maximize the TV resolutions and longer format stuff, because people watching on TV don't want to be changing every 30 seconds finding a new video. But also even ways that YouTube, your channel's viewed, how your channel's viewed on a TV, how to promote your content that way. It was really interesting. That was amongst a number of other things that changed. Amazing, like, you think you start doing something like this after 2020 for me, and figure out how to do it, and things work, and like, you just think about how much people's consumption of media has changed over that period. Hey Bo, how you doing? Good to see you, buddy. Think of Briscoe putting 800 hours to making his map. Yeah, that's one thing. Do you know, I've always thought things where you create, so hello. Like Giants Editor, for example, where you create things, and I know you don't just spend all your time in Giants Editor because there's a lot of time spent in Blender and that. I'd hate to record my time, but even like my work software doesn't record how much time you spent in a 3D model, for example. You'd think there'd be more time, like a game save tells you how many hours you've spent in a game save, right? How many hours have you played this game save? Obviously single player versus multiplayer, but I'm surprised that things like other things don't give you more of that information. Probably be a bit scary. Right. Hey, Kimi Gaming. Good morning, my friends. Good to see you. I'll press the button. There we go. Maybe that's by design. It probably is by design, Bob. Although something like my work software, which is, we charge by the hour, it would be useful to know how many hours you've spent in a project. Be a good way to track time. But yeah, that's a ridiculous amount of time. I think I'd probably, the first 6 months of this year, let's say I'd spent 10 hours a week on it, which is a couple of hours a night, maybe 3 hours one night. Let's just use that roughly, because there would have been periods where I would have spent more time doing it, but 10 hours a week for the first 26 weeks, I'd be up to 250 hours. Probably. It definitely doesn't take long to add up. Alright, welcome along. I know there's a lot of you have joined in the last wee while. Thanks for tuning into the stream. Much appreciated. This is Schwesing Bahnhof multiplayer server, which is one we've had running for quite a while now. It's a multi-farm server. I think we've counted up earlier. There's 8 farms sitting on here at the moment. And I'd probably say 80% of the farmland's purchased. But yeah, it's certainly been running for a while, and a lot of land's been purchased, and a lot of money made, and a lot of work done. It's been very cool. Yeah, if you are, as Chinook just said, if you are just tuning in, and you haven't hit the thumbs up button, please do. Be much appreciated. So, just have a look here. We're currently working in, well, this has already been merged. We've got 40 to go, so going from little, medium, big one left. One of the rules we did set at the start of the server, which I think was a great idea and has worked really well, is limiting how many fields you can merge together. So I think we limit it to 2 fields max, just because we didn't want to field like big areas. So I like the fact that you look across and you've got this sort of, you know, distinctly separate fields. But I also like I'm a little bit of a purist in that I like maps being enjoyed the way the modder intended them to, which is a little bit of it's a balancing point. So do you play it the way, like a lot of people have complained about maps where you can't delete things, where you can't create your own map, like at Truria, for example, you can't delete a lot of the buildings, you've got to play the farms the way they're built. Well, you're playing a map based in Italy, you're not going in there to use a quad track with the biggest cultivator you can, or, you know, have big American farm sheds, for example. That's this whole, like, I know the map looks great, but if you're not going to play it that way, why play it? Watching the F1ME, well, don't tell me anything there other than what Euron's just said, that the one with the 4 wheels gets pole position, because that's what I'm going to sit down and do after this. I will tune in and watch the qualifying over some breakfast. So, what's going to be your next multiplayer server map after you've completed this one? Well, we've got this. We have Etruria and oops, why did I turn that off? Let's pick it up. And we've got Alma, Missouri running at the moment, as well as Vintage Oak still running on 22. It's kind of cool because that map's been running for ages. But yeah, we need to find to replace this as a multi-farm one, we really need another 4 times map. Like, I'd dearly love to do it on Saxlingham, but yeah, it's limited in the number of farms, it's limited in the size of the map. So I don't know where it'll be, Kiwi Game. I'd like to remove the float sim and jet sim left around some of the maps. So I think that's an easier thing to do, Bo, as I'm learning how to make maps to hide or get rid of decorative stuff. So I've managed to make, I think, all the buildings on my sheds, on my farms, are demolishable. But I've also tried to make enough space around the farms that you could, you know, do your own thing with. But then there's other things, like one of the farms has quite a few hedges around it which aren't demolishable. So, I don't know. Start a blank map and build your own farm. Exactly. There we go. You won't decide, I'll decide, Bo. Actually, I had a question for you, Bo. With Spotify, you know how you put your music, the wireless music on Spotify. Can anyone upload anything to Spotify? Or do you have to be subscribed? Like, and do you have to go through some verification and does it get checked? Or can anything, any garbage get put on there? Not saying wireless is garbage, I enjoy the wireless. We were just talking about it with the family last night. Can you start joining the multiplayer series too? Yeah, nice. Keep you going. Good to have you. We've been talking as well. I think Clearview Farms by Hox is much more refined and a few bug issues have been fixed. So we've always talked about setting that up as a Sydney-based server just to make it more playable for Kiwis and Aussies. So. G'day Bears Den, how you doing? 44 months. Look at that, we've had Yan in here at 45, Bears Den at 44. Thank you, mate. How you doing? Oh, I've done it again. Technically, any garbage can go on it. That's what I thought. I said it's a bit like YouTube. Technically, any garbage can go on YouTube too. Sore as hell because you're back at the gym and getting back to where you were, but it's a great sore. Nah, good to hear, mate. Good to hear. I need to follow your inspiration, follow your lead here, and get better at looking after myself. Hey, Kiwi Gaming. Thanks for becoming a member of the team. Appreciate you, mate. Here we go. So we've gone 45 months, 44 months, 1 month. Oh, and Yan's coming in hot. 10 gifted memberships. Thank you so much, Yan. That is very incredible. Very much appreciated. Angered Soul. I'm not going to get my alerts aren't going to come through because I've got those turned off at the moment. Let's see if I can bring them back up. Here we go. Some alerts popping in there. Let's hear these roosters crow. Anyhow, I got Angered Soul. Kiwi Sim Farm. I should give Kiwi Sim Farm actually a special shout out. He is 5 minutes away from finishing a 24-hour stream to celebrate 1,000 subs, which is pretty impressive. What's going on here? Online. Nardis, Home Valley for Gaming, Troy, Enzo, Ben, Daniel, Tyler, Andy, and still no Bo. Oh, honestly, Bo, I'm sorry. It's becoming a little. It's a bit of a meme now. Really, you're meme worthy. It's frustrating. Maybe it's a great looking map, but the farmyards might not be the best design. aka Giants maps, just as an example. A little. Yeah. I guess it depends what the rationale behind the design are. If they're trying to recreate a part of the world, or quite often people build farmyards based on a real farmyard into a fantasy map. It's like COVID, you can't catch it. You're just kissing the wrong people, though. Problem. I'm sure he was planning it too, Chinook. Thanks again, Yan, for the gift of memberships. That is incredibly generous of you. Thank you, thank you. Right. One more pass and then we're through this one into the last. There's other barley? Where's the other barley? Which one's the... Which one's the other ones? So we're going to have to spot it now. Oh, we're up here. Alright, there's barley up there. We've barley started. COVID's word, what I'll give it. You like the oh goodness. When the joke escapes you. You're like the Chuck Norris of COVID. Bovine doesn't get COVID, COVID gets bovined. How's the map coming along, Kiwi Gaming? I was saying before, I have a renewed passion, not passion, I always had the passion for it. Renewed motivation. After some of the maps we've seen lately, Saxlingham, Itcheria, Ray County, Whitcomb, Park even, that Oxy's been teasing more of. Definitely been renewed motivation, and I've put together a little bit of a formula, hopefully to make some more progress. Can I give Floyd and Allison a shout out, please? Floyd and Allison, hi! Hope you guys are having a good Sunday and a nice weekend. Behaving yourselves for mum and dad. Righty ho. Let's tidy up these little bits. This one maybe. Right, job done. Okay, this one we can just drive straight into, so we'll head over into this one. Again, Chris joining in. Right. Evening, Jimmy, how are ya? See? Look. Steering assist set up. Done. Right, well give me, where are we heading next? What field are we doing next then? After this one. Back to the build, have a good stream, catch you again soon. Enjoy, Bob. Looking forward to hearing how you find your new PC, how it goes, how it performs for you. I'm intrigued. Oh, they're very impressive. The good thing about once they're released is you can extract them from the zip file, open them in Giant's Editor, and learn how things have been done too. Kind of cool. So if we'll go deselect all. We're just going to turn barley on. There you go. There's all the barley. So 1, 2, and chunks of it all over the place. Too much. That'd be a good field to buy then. 21. Got barley on it, ready to harvest. Right next to the main farm. Slowly learning all the scripts in GE so you can get better at mapping. Do you know the worst part is Kiwi Gaming? What's happened here? What's going on now? I can't harvest this part of the crop. What? Oh, I'm just gonna plow through it and see what happens. Oh, my turn. Bizarre. Oh, I see. It's there. There we go. There we go. It must be the angle just here. See, we are actually on quite a bit of an angle. That's why I don't like these raised sections in maps. Yeah, it's not a flex draper though. The thing you'll learn Kiwi Gaming is how many extra scripts there are out there that people have created, which are even better than the Giants ones, the default ones in them. The default ones in Giants Editor. Go and have a look at oh goodness, Farmer Boys modding. Farmer Boys modding. I've got some good ones. Worth checking out. Paid DLC so you can't harvest the full field. Yeah. It's tax. Right. Hey Share, how you doing? Good to see you. Right, combine's still going in that field. What I want to do is I want to get around once more and then I want to turn and see if I can harvest that little section from the other direction. You're good. I'm pleased to hear it, Share. Pleased to hear it. Someone turned the cedar off a little bit early on the end. The joys of being the broadcaster, Tate. I can point these things out, you can't. It's like censorship. There's a fence there. State sponsors. What are we going? State sponsored censorship. I am the state. Fresh baked bread. Oh, I bet you the house smells great. Oh, bang. Fence in too. Right. Oh, still have whacking fences. Here we go. Found it. Right. Yeah, fresh baked bread. Can't beat the smell of it. Birds flying beyond. Where are they? There they go. I love seeing the birds now. I think they're cool. And small little thing. Small little touch. It gets been pestering you for a life since you've been back. Dad gets home from working remotely for a year. Kids, did you miss me? No, but we missed your bread. Crikey, Jason. How are you? You are up early on a Sunday. How are you, mate? It's only, what, just gone 6 AM for you? It's like I was there for the conversation. I just know how kids operate. I'll turn around and try and do that bit going the other way. Couldn't wait, he's just gone straight through it. Carried on. Nose into it. Uh-oh, Tate's enabled super strength. What have you done, Tate? Oh, what did you do, Tate? About to go on a 12-hour drive. Whew. Let's just go to the neighbour's place, Jason. I'm gonna pop over to the neighbour's place for bread 12 hours later. Where are you heading from your part of the world? It's 12 hours. North or south? Is it a holiday or work trip? Alright, Jimmy coming in. I think Keeks might be going to join as well. Let's see if I lose my audio this time around. I know Chris has joined since then too. It's the one off. 5 hours south to drop stuff off the old man, then a 7-hour round trip to drop the young bloke back at school. Ah. Some commitment, mate. Bit of a drive. Right. Let's just see. Apparently I can't go backwards. Let's just see what happens. How far over I have to be to talk? Alright, we'll do that later. So apparently I need to go straight in. Get it done. I won't update his phone, so you're doing it for him. Now, the number of times I've had phone calls with some of those silly little questions. Fortunately, my parents are 2 minutes down the road, not 5 hours away. It's a bit easier. Oh, you've got his scripts. Nice. Yeah, they're good. They're good. Hey, it's the Hoskin kids. Morning team, how you doing? I figured it'd be Floyd, though. Austin Powers down here trying to turn around. You're just going to go straight over the train tracks. Fair enough. Stuck on a tree. No train. That's right. Yeah, their scripts are very well put together too. Kiwi Gaming. The one I haven't learnt at all is around the procedural generation that Giants have added in, because that does some cool stuff. FSG modding have some good ones too, around tree placements, and I've used them quite a bit for putting down trees in different areas. Quite well. Hey Donalda, good to see you. Welcome along. Oh, what are we tuning for? Alright, there we go. These guys are... Combine running up? No? Hmm. And they're harvesting up there. I can see that. Bit of a late start time for pancakes and coffees. That sounds like a nice idea, Elder. I like that one. Margaritas. I like that beer. Or F1 car. Got something behind me, Squatch. How are you, buddy? Good to see you. What was that? Alright, well, here's a competition. Who can guess what that was? You can get the badge for guessing correctly what that racket was. Ah, you gotta, there's not multi-choice beer. That's how Mrs. Arksy gets through a day with me when it's the weekend. She's blending margaritas at 8 AM in the morning. Yep, making a milkshake, blender. Mrs. Arksy chainsawing through the wall. What's going on here? Oh, I thought I'd set my cruise control. I hadn't. It's back from riding the dirt bike. Nice, Squash. Nice. I'm doing good. Doing good. I wasn't making a milkshake. There was no blender. Got a party going on today. No party. No. Boys are sitting on the edge of the living room with family in the background. And noise gates and OBS don't cut out that sort of racket. You wouldn't know what a vacuum cleaner is, would you, Floyd? Or are you, or do you do the vacuuming? Was indeed. I think it was the handheld vacuum cleaner. What was that? Did you give her a trim and then vacuum it up?
That's what I'm talking about on here.
They were guessing what it was. Someone asked if you were making margaritas at 8 AM in the morning.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Someone said shearing a sheep in the kitchen, home dentistry, chainsawing through the wall. No, it was indeed.
Was it that loud?
It was indeed. Now I've got a head on my shoulder. The best head, do you reckon?
Yeah.
Alright. Yeah, it was indeed. Floyd got it correct. Well, Bear's dented technically too, but he guessed the wrong way with the choice between blender or vacuum. That wasn't the noise mark, but she was technically sharing a dog. And her trim. Where is Evan? She said you guys haven't seen Stella for a while, have you? Find her. Come and say hi. Do you do trail riding, Squatch, or do you do like track riding, or just go for a blat around the farm? And is that a Kiwi terminology, colloquialism, saying a blat? Do others use blat when you going for a hone, going for a drive? A blat's a sort of, I don't know, always refer to it as a boon out, a quick lap around somewhere or something. I go for a blat around the track. More motocross, tried the trails that most people go riding with, won't ride the trails. Ah, fair enough. Super nice. Come on. I'll find Stella. Stella! Go and get her to come and say hi. Probably not. She'll be hanging around someone who's got food. That black combine's really hard to pick out on the edge of the field. Over there. Oh. Another surprise appearance. What's that, the dog? I can find her. Where's Stella, Carter? Carter? Stella with you. Stella, come. Stella, come. Wait, why are you getting too big? Oh, no. Like my cables. Oh. Hey, let's see. Let's see, where's my big camera? Where is it? Oh, there we go. There you go, you can hop on the tractor with me. She is. She is. You say hello, Stella? She's getting so big now. Remember when she was just a little puppy? Hey. Hey, when you were just a little puppy, weren't you? Now she's getting big. So big. Hey. She's losing her teeth too, aren't you? Did some of your teeth fall out, haven't you? Ah. Your eyes are there. Your eyes are up in there, aren't they? He's booked in for a groom. Booked in for a groom this week. Get a haircut. Hey. Aren't you? You go. You wave bye? Bye. Good girl. She needs more than just the eyes trimmed. Chinook. I won't repeat that, Yos. I will not repeat that for your sake, not mine. Hello. How are you? All right. She'll fly halfway around the world to get you. I am me as well. As you are you. I don't know if I should go to that extreme, Bo. Glad we got that sorted. I am too. I am too. I mean, you might think I'm not me because I've got an FSG hat on, just to try and confuse the situation. She has special powers. Most of the time she is Cher. Occasionally she can be a little demon, little witch. But she's still a puppy. She's still a puppy and we'll excuse her for that. I had her in the office a couple of days this week and one of the days it's just got too much. She was barking at everything to the point I had to shut her out in the backyard of the office. Alright. We'll get in there. Covered some land so far. How big? That's going to annoy me. $31, 7, that's 38, 48, 50, we've done 54-ish or so acres, 50 plus acres by the time we finished in here, it's not bad. But like your cats, I love to bits. Nice looking tractor that. Oh, this week, I think, well, depending, we'll see what we do on Wednesday night for our stream, but I'm thinking we might do a little bit more Lego building, get back into some Lego building, because all going to plan, I should have, let's check, I should have a new battery tuning up for my telehandler. I gotta say, I was super impressed. Scheduled delivery on the 28th, which is Monday. Perfect. I've been super impressed with, so obviously I've messaged Takata. Well, I actually went through their claim system to get a replacement part, and literally within 48 hours it had been processed, and I'm pretty sure it said, what did it say? It didn't say approved, might have said accepted. Anyhow, I was like, oh cool, it must mean I'm going to get a new battery. And this was in the beginning of June, mid-June. So I gave it a couple of weeks for shipping to turn up, and then it never arrived. So about a week ago, I sent them an email. I was like, look, not sure what's going on. Oh, because then I tried to log into their service portal and I couldn't get into it. It was like it was, you know, had been disabled or wasn't there, or I don't know what the story was. Anyhow, I emailed them through their contact form. I was like, it's a big Chinese company, probably never ever going to get a response from this. But literally within 24 hours, I had an email back from them apologising to say that it appeared the package had been lost and that they'd arranged shipment for a new one. And 24 hours later, I had an email confirming a delivery tracking number, which was kind of cool. So I was pretty happy with that. Catch you later, Squatch. Good to see you, mate. Thanks for popping in. Appreciate you taking the time out of your day. Have a good one. Yeah, so hopefully I'll get the battery pack for Wednesday and we might do some more building. I have to set my camera all back up because I haven't had that one. Haven't had that one up there for a while, but it'll be good fun. My first package is on an island with this Wilson. You reckon? G'day Farmer Sim, how you doing, my friend? Good to see you. I'm doing good, thank you. Doing good. Enjoying the weekend. It's the train. Enjoying a very settled period of weather here in New Zealand. We've basically had a solid week of clear blue skies, no wind, crisp frosty days, crisp frosty starts in the morning. Very icy, but then it turns into a beautiful day, so not going to complain. Red Hand of Saruman. It's meant to start turning to 9. Be a bit average this week, I think. The pants, as you guys would call it. How are you, mate? Doing all right? Oh, well, I'm saying that. My forecast is saying fine today, fine Monday, partly cloudy with isolated showers Tuesday, so Wednesday rain with heavy falls. There we go. We Hobbitsies will go on a quest for his parcel. But only after second breakfast, though. If that's the case, you're going to have to call me Mr. Argsy. An adventure. Polished off some Chinese foods, feeling rather poorly. Gotta love a bit of Chinese food. Been raining for 2 days, biggest rain event for all winter here, is that right? When Sydney had all that rain, when I was in Sydney, did you guys miss all of that, Jason? Didn't get to your part of the world? South of Sydney. It was funny actually, because all the media was saying how wild the weather was, and you know, evacuation orders and prepare to evacuate and all those kind of things. And I was like, this is just a normal winter's day in New Zealand. Yeah, it's a bit windy, it's a bit wet, but bad. Farmer Sim, I haven't had the opportunity yet to watch your video on Saxlingham, but gotta say, from what I've seen of it so far, it's a beautiful, beautiful map. You're getting your passport sorted so you can go to FarmCon next year. That's exciting, Share. I'm hoping they're going to announce soon where it's going to be. And when it might be. I'd love to know. Got nothing from it. Stays between the mountains and the coast, just like our Ollie's. Inland got nothing from that event. It must be that, like, New Zealand's pretty bad because obviously a big chunk of our population live in the cities, so the division of votes for rural people versus urban is massive, disproportionate, but Aussie must be even worse. Never really thought about it. I know it's obviously been comment around elections, but never really thought about the fact that there must be so much of the population is urbanised. Therefore, a lot of the voting's urbanised. Crazy. Incredible, yeah. I'd expect nothing less. I was messaging Briscoe over the last couple of days. I just said to him about the amount of change he's made since I last saw it in May. In the last 6 weeks, how much all his blender work and the finishing and details just brought the whole map to life. It's been impressive. Majority of the inland rain comes west to east. Very little comes from the east. It makes sense. Makes sense. How's Winchester coming on? It's progressing. We've talked about it a couple of times, Farmer Sim, but just today. But seeing Saxlingham, seeing Etruria, Ray County, even Oxy's Whitcomb Park photos he's released over the last week, has given me renewed motivation to get things done. So I actually was talking to Briscoe about it as well, but about, you know, staying motivated for building a map. But I've broken up my I had a list of about a dozen things, like main things that I want to do for the map. So I need to finish off some things on the roads. I need to build some so when I say roads, it's road markings, road signs, those kind of things which bring it to life. Power poles, power lines, and some of the others. I'm building some of the custom models, all the sell points, just some of those things, and I had them all in just one list, and I'd look at it and go, where do I start? So I've broken it all down into sort of a weekly thing. So I think next week I've set myself getting some custom fences finished off, and I've decided to simplify those a little bit and not get quite so carried away. And then by the end of next week I want to try and have a lot of the fencing done. And then the week after that might be roads or water planes maybe. I haven't finished some of the water planes and I want to get a flow map on the water so the river's got a flow in it. So just trying to simplify things, and then realise I've got a family and a job and some YouTube videos to make in amongst all that. I did ask Briscoe if he wanted, once he'd done Saxlingham, if he wanted to finish my map off for me, cheekily. He's done such a good job on his. Alright. Okay. Where are we going to head next? 8:40, I don't even know if we'll get anywhere. I thought we would have been finished. This is taking longer than I thought. Especially this field. No, it's the biggest, but is this one? Let's have a look. Not quite combined, so that's 31, and then we've got. I suppose it is when you add them all up. 7 and 9, 17. Yeah, see, it's only 25, so this one's actually quite a lot bigger than the rest all combined. Hadn't really looked at it that way. It was deceptive. You look at the width and go, oh, it's about the same width, but she add in the length of it, which is longer. Quite a bit bigger. The other things with the maps, like I sort of planned to make a whole lot of road signs, but then there's been prefabs released, like a road sign pattern. It's a German road sign pack, but the sort of main speed signs, stop signs are very similar to ours, so I'm just going to borrow those. Awesome thing is I'll have a lot of models to use for maps in the future. It's assuming I make them, but this could be one and done, kegs. Would I share my models to others? Yeah, I'm not. I'll be quite happy if people want to use assets out of my maps. As long as they ask. But yeah, definitely. And definitely for people I know, kegs. Happy to help out. Like I've seen a couple of people like Briscoe's offered. He said if I'm, you know, and we'll know that he's been very concerned about people stealing his stuff. But he was quite happy for me to use things he offered. I didn't ask. DJ modding, super helpful and super happy for me to use things. So yeah, that doesn't bother me. Hopefully, yeah, buildings pack. Like my pole sheds I'm using as a required mod. Things like that, like the cow barn, cow shed I'm trying to build. I want to make that as a placeable. We'll get there. That's the way I like MA7 have done it for like Haligny. They have their buildings pack. Haligny buildings pack. But then there's some which don't warrant being a placeable, they're just there for decoration. YouTube's not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. Don't lie, YouTube, don't lie. You're getting more than enough. You're the same, you've got all streams so far. Button again. How many times have I done that? I wonder. Why have we... Why was the swather set to 7 miles per hour when it will do 9? It's slower than I needed to this whole time. Rubbish. Thought it must have been set to 7 for a particular reason, but it seems so. Only going at 77% speed. I know, right? That's some quick maths, Mike. I'm impressed. I'm impressed. What's everyone's take? We talked about it last time a little bit. What's everyone's take on this XP top fans in chat? I know, a waste of time. What a waste. Horribly inefficient, Yos. Maybe we were trying to reduce engine load. Maybe we would extend engine hours between services. That wouldn't work. Reducing fuel. Pointless. Yeah, if the maintenance and engine load and that sort of thing, right? Don't like the XP, turned it off the first day. Can you hide it yourself? It's all down to what you like. I know a lot of what YouTube does is to drive revenue. Because obviously if people are making super chats, then they get a cut. But when you're not doing it to make a living, then you don't really need those things, right? I'm trying to think, what would be be a good question? What would be the one feature you'd love to see added to YouTube that it doesn't have at the moment? Whether it's for live streaming or something else like that. What's one feature you'd love to see added? I've got mine. I'm not going to say what it is just yet. I think I've got mine at least. I think there might be something else. Better emotes is spoiled by Twitch emotes. See, that's I need, like, I think I can have up to 16 emotes, but I've only got 4 at the moment. So there's the custom emotes of it, speed 2. The question is, how would you change the algorithm? You've turned it off too now, yes. There you go. I wonder if I can turn it off as a content creator. You don't actually see it. Simpler version of analytics. Yeah, the analytics are pretty detailed. Extensions for Twitch enhance it a lot, they definitely do. YouTube streams are a different vibe as well. 100%. 100%. There's some people who just stream on YouTube. Like, you think Dr. Disrespect not by choice, I might add, but he uses it just as a streaming platform, which is kind of weird. I don't understand that. Whereas, you know, a lot of farming sim people are YouTube's there for content and streaming secondary. You know, one thing. Well, actually, I'm going to say 2 things. And one thing they added, and which you can't do, and I don't know how, was for the creator, me, to gift memberships to the community. They add it for individual people, but when you've got a community page, you can't do it. 2 would be to select who you gift to. So, for example, you could do a 5 gifted memberships and you pick who they go to. The gifter does, not me. So, and you could just do a single one. So if you wanted to gift Bovine a membership because he's never ever got one, you could actually choose him to gift it to. That'd be kind of cool. Personalize it more than randomize it. I still don't understand. Like, I'm just talking in the background about the algorithm. I still don't understand how it works. Just the fact that, you know, someone like Daggerwin still gets 1,000 subs a month. That's new viewers, new people finding his content. Why are so many finding his content and then choosing to subscribe? Because he's got a big subscriber base. I'd argue it's not the actual content itself. Interesting. Anyhow. Point redemption so I can mod chat actions to in-game. What do you think about that? I don't mind. I wouldn't mind having something like that where you can... imagine if the XP that you have was actually accumulated across the channel. That'd be kind of cool. Should go to people who watch the channel. Agreed, Mrs. Prof. It is way too random. It just goes to subscribers. Sometimes it feels like it goes to subscribers who are regularly involved in the stream, but I don't think that's the case. Like if someone was to give 5 memberships now, it should go to 5 people who are actively watching the stream. Not just random. Also want to go through and I need to go through and tweak my actually very small, just noticed. The members badges. I want to go through and tweak the colours so we have different colours for length. So the longer you've been a member, the more prestigious your badge becomes. That's the plan anyhow. Couple more passes. Where are you going to get this field done? I think it's probably going to be time for me to go. Cheers, Jason. Drive safe today, mate. Hope your travels go well, particularly if it's raining. It's driving in the rain sometimes. So stay safe. Have a good drive. You've got a gifted membership with channels you've never watched before. Ones you don't even subscribe to, Mrs. Prof. That's crazy. I'd like it if the raid system was a bit simpler too. I'm glad they've added that feature in. So for example, I'm probably going to see something that's going to give away highlights. Yeah, Farmer Cops Live. Live. I don't know if he's going to be streaming for much longer. Maybe, maybe not. Memberships are a hoax. Alright. Oh, who wants a Volvo FH16? It's cheap. Yelling sheep. Chicken jerky doesn't sound that nice. Oh, that turned off. Didn't hear it beep. Right. Which field are you going to next, Hanson? Where do you want the Wimmera Swather? I was more wondering if anyone wants the Swather. Does anyone need the Swather anywhere? Cheers, Mike. Good to see you, mate. I'm not long for finishing it now. Oh. Ah, what are you doing? There we go. Alright, stretch. Almost. Yawns are contagious. Alright, job just about done. Did I have a good trip down under? Yeah, Aussie was great. Aussie was nice. Hamilton Island, if you ever get the chance, beautiful part of the world. Oh, I've got tons of photos. Just enjoy it, yeah. I've got heaps of photos, I just haven't shared them all. Right, let's go tidy up this a little bit. Oh man, Kegs, we went across the Sydney Harbour Bridge in a Tesla with a glass roof on an Uber. That was pretty cool. I've got a video of driving across, looking at the bridge through the roof of the Tesla. That was pretty cool. Right. Spain. Yep. Spain is exactly opposite New Zealand. There was a couple of... I've heard a story about some guys, I think they were in Australia and whatever's opposite Australia, somewhere in Europe. And they coordinated coordinates, and at each spot they went and put a piece of bread down at the same time. They were effectively making an earth sandwich. So yeah, New Zealand's definitely, I think, straight through the core we'd end up in, take you a while to eat too. I was reading something the other day, if you drilled a hole down into Earth and fell down it, there'd be a point where you'd actually get fired back out because the pressure had increased so much and the air pressure in front of you would stop you from falling. You'd end up in this like tube of right. Right. Just do every second one in straw. See, you could, Hanson, you could actually do this in the normal direction. You could pick that up in 3 passes going this way. Two pickups, there you go. 2 passes, pick it all up. There we go, we'll finish on Bo's thought for the day. There's lots of things like that. Why do electric cars have reversing beepers? They make noise going 100 k's forward. Why are they more dangerous going 10 k's in reverse? It's a very good point. Who knows? Someone will have thought of a reason why. Alright. Alright, there we go. Just gonna park this. Park this here. I'll leave Hanson all do his duty and service it and maintain it. Do what needs to be done to it. Alright. Oh, goodness. Stuck somewhere. Let's have a look. Jump into here. Do this. Alright. There's our effort. So, 1, 2, 3 fields all done. Got a straw to pick up. Couple more passes left and that one's done. And then if we go for a little bit of a drive over here. Pretty sure there you go. There's Chris's fields. He's getting those swathed. Ready to pick up. Doesn't that look nice? I like swaths in a field that size. Looks nice. There we go. Busy working there. Get on up over this way. Some busy bees. Doing some work up here too. Remember we chopped this field for silage a few streams ago. There you go. Quite finished on the swathing, but it's a Keg and Jimmy. Down here working on this one with Tate. Tate's gone, but where he was. Well, there we go. Isn't it crazy to think that 80% of these fields are owned by farms? That's the map. Right, well, that is us done. You're off to wash the car. Can I bring mine up so you can do that too, Bo? It's a good idea actually today. Maybe I'll have to do the same. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Been a pleasure to have you here today. Yan, thank you hugely for those 10 gifted memberships you brought through at the start. Really appreciate your support there. It's good to have Bears Den, Kiwi Gaming becoming a member as well. Bears Den and Yan as well, both there with their memberships renewed 45 months and 44 months. That was awesome. But everyone else, great to have you here as well. I do enjoy your support and enjoy having you here as part of the community. Wednesday night we'll be live somewhere doing something. I'm not sure what it's going to be just yet. And I was just going to try, see if I can do this. Here's the customize. Redirect. Go. Let's see. can. Here we go. Right. Well, for anyone who wants to carry on watching Farmer Cops Live, so we'll send you over there and go and say hello to him. Hello from the Argosy community. Right. Enjoy the rest of your day, weekend, whatever it is, wherever you are, and we'll catch you again very soon. Take care. Bye.